I am Dr. Chris Roberts. I'm an associate professor in the Department of Journalism and Creative Media, and I run the graduate program at the master's level for our department. Well, I have my first 2 degrees from Alabama in journalism from the 1980s. Then I was a newspaper guy for a long time in Birmingham and then in South Carolina. Got a PhD at South Carolina while I was working for the newspaper, and went to work at the University of South Carolina while I was finishing my dissertation in 2006. And then in 2008 came here, where I've been ever since. And it occurred to me that this was something I'd always wanted to do, and having to make that choice about what I wanted to do to stay in South Carolina at the paper, get a PhD, go to Atlanta, just made me think about my life. And it occurred to me, teaching is what I want to do. Being a professor is what I want to do. I am probably best known for the Intro to Mass Comm class, where I'm taking 200, 300 students at a time and walking mostly freshmen through all the possibilities that are in mass media, and explaining how things work in ways that they probably don't understand, even though you've been using mass media your whole life. I ended up here because I started here, and the first class I took as a student was the first class I taught as a professor, and it's home even as I'm a grown-up now. It's a different type of pressure, a different type of job. The hours are terrific. There's a great deal of freedom. I decided I wanted to go to Uganda with church members and was able to do that, but at the same time, I was doing my job. I think about media ethics, and I teach a class in media ethics. I wrote a textbook in media ethics. My co-author was my media ethics professor when I was a student here in the 80s. Ethics ought to permeate everything we do, and being able to do the right thing and teach people to try to think about how we do the right thing is a lot of fun, and it happens regardless of the class I teach. There is an inquisitiveness among the best of them. At Alabama, with 38,000 students, it's easy sometimes to skate through. In a big class, an intro class with 200 or 300 students, it's easy to just be a face. But the students who go out of their way to find me and reach out are the ones that make legends of themselves.